at Gillette Stadium. Ashland is the Super Bowl champion of Division 6 and the winner of the Aganis Trophy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ashland High School Boys Lacrosse here on WACA-TV, your exclusive home for Ashland High School sports. Tonight's MIAA matchup features the Medway Mustangs and your Ashland Clockers. I'm Josh Abrams, and we're underway here in Clocktown. Medway takes the draw, quickly going ahead on offense. Still really early here in the season for both teams. Medway 4-2, but coming off a 16-6 loss to Westwood on Monday afternoon, while the Clockers enter tonight at 2-3. But it's a deceptive 2-3 because almost a tale of two seasons. They started the year 0-3, have rallied back with 2 wins, 12-6 at Norwood, 9-7 against Holliston. Tonight's their first game in 2 weeks, so they should be well rested. But so far, early on here, Medway controlling the tempo. Perfectly happy, apparently moving things around the perimeter, trying to find that opening. Here's a strafing run by Medway, but disconnect on the pass, and our first turnover of the night. The Clockers will take over their own defense here. It'll be picked up by Liam Fitzsimons, dishing back to freshman goaltender Charlie Linehan. And the Clockers slowly move the ball upfield. Under some pressure here, a possible turnover, as getting checked was John Marchetti. Medway comes away with it now, absorbing a couple of checks and running right down the middle of the field, looking for a run. Shot! And that's a goal. Number 9 for Medway, Zach Armprister, is a junior, one of the captains for the Mustangs. So a quick 1-0 lead, 10:47 to go in the first period. So certainly not the start the Clockers were looking for here tonight. A 1-0 deficit early on here in Ashland. So we're back to center, looking for the face-off. Looks like it's Griffin Oliveto, a freshman midfielder, taking the draw, but Medway comes away with it. Double team, still holding on to it. That's number 7, Drew McCarthy. He dishes off to a teammate, and now he's going right down the middle, and he gets pummeled, pushed to the ground, but we got a late flag flying in here as Ashland had taken possession. And the clock stops with 10:30 to go in the first. 1-0 Medway, and we'll get some substitutions for both teams. While we have a quick break in the action, I want to say a big thank you to tonight's crew, Jeff Hall, Nick Cunningham, and Brady Montesino, bringing all the audio and video to you, live stream here and on demand on YouTube. By the way, tonight's live stream presented commercial-free here on WACA. Speaking of which, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please drop us a line at WACA.com to learn more about sponsorship opportunities across all the different Ashland sports the WACA broadcasts. Ball goes out of bounds with 10:17 to go, and now Medway takes it again, and the shot goes well wide, and again a quick whistle. This one will be an Ashland ball, as it looks like number 10, Ben Atherton, a sophomore defender, picks up the ball for the Clockers, and he'll start play to Linehan. A long pass intercepted by an LSM, a long stick midfielder. Ball's loose here. Both teams battling for it. It's rolling on the turf and now picked up smartly by Connor Martin, coming down the near side and pulls back, looking for some help under some pressure here. Martin wheeling and dealing his way down the near sideline. Dishes off to number 22, Nick Boomer. You know, that's a name that's just calling for a boom. There goes the dynamite call. We'll see. Here's a quick shot on goal, knocked aside. Ball loose in front of the net. That was 25. Andrew Clay, senior attacker. The great opportunity for the Clockers, but he gets denied as the clock ticks down. Just about 9:20 to go here in the first. Now Medway with the ball on the far sideline. Bringing it up is Tate Logan, a freshman from Medway. He dishes off to Gavin Shipos, a junior. Gavin making his way down the near sideline. Heavy pressure from Liam Fitzsimons. Ball's loose out by the 30 on the football field. Easiest way to let you know where the ball is. Number 18, Alex Dugenik Another one of the Medway co-captains had for a moment. Ball's behind the Ashland net. Plenty of room back there, taking advantage of all that space. Here's a quick pass and a shot. Blocked aside. Linehan almost lost it. That one almost rolled right through the goal mouth, but Charlie able to pounce on it. And now the Clockers will be able to go on the attack. No pressure on Linehan as he walks the ball up. Misfire on the pass to Nick Boomer, and Medway takes the ball away. This is number 6, Sean Fraughton for Medway. Okay. Clock continues to run with just over 8 minutes to go here in the first. Medway thought about the shot there, Jason Drake, that is. He instead dishes off along the far sideline, picked up now and moving the ball around, now up to Applebaum. Here comes a scoring attempt. Shot goes aside, knocked away and out of bounds. And that'll go, thought that was going to go Ashland way, but it seems to be pointing toward Medway, so they'll pick up once again. Number 4, Matt Plott for Medway behind the net. Getting some good pressure there from Isaiah Early, Clockers. Medway brings it out here along the near side. Looking. 17 going on a run, knocked aside. And before he could get the shot off, he was off to a bad angle, and an easy pick up there for Linehan, the Clocker goaltender. Working its way up the middle to Boomer. Boomer now on the far sideline, trying to run straight through about 5 Medway defenders and loses the ball. And here comes Medway on the fly. Looks like Jake Chenette with the ball. Pushing it back up top now. Medway making a substitution on the fly here. Continuing to control pace here. Again, the Clockers haven't been able to do much on offense yet tonight. Just one really good scoring attempt by Andrew Clay right in front. Other than that, for the most part, it's been Medway dictating pace throughout this first period. Medway with the ball now, trying to find an opening here. Working its way toward the net. We've got a whistle and a turnover. So it'll go Ashland's way here. Linehan start things off here for the Clockers. By the way, if you are joining us live, we're glad to have you with us and welcome you to enter into the live chat. Any comments? Want to give a shout out to any of the players? A big hello? Anything like that? Let us know your favorite lacrosse player. Enter it right here in the chat. We are monitoring the feed here on WACA. So about 6:12 to go now in the period. Clockers down 1-0. Medway with the ball and content to slow things down here. Try to set up for a play. This is Grant with the ball now. Got thwarted for a moment, tries to get a shot off, but knocked aside, and the whistle blows. And that one's going to go out off of Medway. It'll be Clocker ball. Isaiah Early brings it up for a moment, dishes to Alex Dinsdale, one of the seniors on this Ashland club. Dinsdale centering pass ahead to a teammate. There's a flag thrown, and there we get the stoppage. So Dinsdale able to get it ahead to Dan Turner, a junior midfielder. Shot doesn't go in, but we get the stoppage, we get the flag, and both teams making some substitutions here with 5:36 to go. Medway up 1-0. As we wait for play to resume, just a reminder, both of these teams will play next on Fridays. The Clockers travel to Dover-Sherborne, while the Mustangs host Holliston. Our next live stream here on WACA is Monday, April 29th, when this Ashland boys lacrosse team hosts the Dedham Marauders. Game time 5 p.m. Brian Syed and I will have the call here on WACA. We hope to see you then. But back underway, Ashland Medway here in Clocktown. Ashland will have a few opportunities to set things up here on offense. Andrew Clay behind the net looking for an opening, gets it back up top. Here's Dinsdale. Always easy for me to remember Alex because always wears the same number, whatever sport he's playing for the Clockers. Clockers still have control. Oh, behind the net, Clay tries to save it, but a valiant attempt. I think we got a little bit of a slippery turf here from rains blew through here less than an hour ago, and now Medway on the fly, quickly ahead to midfield. Evan Sklar, another co-captain for Medway. The long shot, he beats Linehan long side. So make that 2-0 for Medway with 5:02 to go, as both goals scored by Mustang captains. First one by number 9, Zach Arnpriester, and now number 45, Evan Sklar for Medway. So again, Medway comes in today at 4-2, while the Clockers at 2-3. And you can see for yourselves there that long shot across to the bench is much bigger roster for the Clockers than the Mustangs, but it's the Mustangs in the lead on the board, 2-0 as we get the face-off. This time it was Dinsdale forcing ahead, picked up here by the Clockers. Well, there we go. Wasn't a clean pickup, but they got the pickup. Jacob Guerrero with the ball over to Dinsdale now. Colin Turner now slowing things down. He's got the ball on the near side, back up top to Turner. Turner under some pressure, dishes off. His man, Griffin Oliveto, is for a moment there, I wasn't sure he was going to see a defender coming in from behind, but picks him up. And here comes an opportunity from the far side, back around the net. 22 going right on in, shot score! Nick Boomer with the goal, so quickly answering back. Make it 2-1 Medway with 4:19 to go in the first. And yes, as I mentioned earlier, resisting the temptation to do a boom dynamite or some combination of those for Nick Boomer. The first goal of the night for the Clockers, still down 2-1. Getting ready to take the face-off here at midfield. That'll be Griffin Oliveto. See if he can match Dinsdale's success there at midfield. Oliveto trying to get it, picks it up. We're trying to run away from pressure, getting hit by Jake Chanette, but escapes. Still looking for some help. He is scrambling right now. Gets it off finally to Jake Linehan. And Linehan brings it down field. Clay with the ball now. Oh, excuse me, make that Nick Boomer. I'm still learning the numbers. It's game 1 for me this season. Might be the 7th game of the year for, the 6th game of the year for the Clockers. Number 1 here on WACA. So appreciate your patience. So we get the names of the numbers all straightened out. Clay behind the net, over to Boomer. Swinging it back up top now. Jake Linehan. And now centering up to Chase Garcia. Garcia making a run here. Gets pushed out to the outside and just elects to work it around the net. Boomer trying to go one-on-one with a long stick midi. Kicking it back up top. Linehan looking. Throwing it again. Going to just keep working around. I like the consistency. There's a turnover. See if Boomer can pick that up, but nope. The Medway Mustangs run away with it. Tate Logan quickly in transition across midfield. Throws a pass to an open teammate. Make that Matt Plant. Medway still with the ball, slowing things down now. They sprinted across midfield and now trying to set things up on offense. Back to Gavin, top point. Centered up now, Justin Pollard. Pollard looking like he wants to make a run, heading straight down the middle. Passes off to the side, shot! Off the side of the net. It was hard to see from this angle, but Linehan had the angle, was able to block it off, and that shot hit the back of the net. Did not go in. So we're under the just about 2:15 to go here in the first. Clockers with the ball, quickly ahead. Here's a shot. Bounced in front. Clay's going to try and track this down before it goes out of bounds, but to no avail. That was Griffin Oliveto on the shot. Clockers with the ball now. Colin Turner trying to find an opening. Quick shot in, blocked aside, never reached the net. And here's Tate Logan again. Long stick midi. Passing across the goal mouth. A little bit of a dangerous pass there, but now Ollie Gray bringing it up for Medway. This one's broken up. And now we get a whistle. Getting a timeout here. That's what it looks like, an Ashland timeout. With 1:32 to go, Medway up 2-1 over your Ashland Clockers. We'll take a moment now to take a look around Clocker Nation sports-wise. The girls lacrosse team, they're 4-2, and similar to boys lacrosse, they lost their first 2 games, but they are undefeated ever since. They played earlier today at Medway, and they host Dover Sherborne on Friday. The baseball team is 2-4. They beat Holliston on Monday 4-3. They played at Millis earlier today, and they host Medway on Friday. Special shout out to the middle school baseball team, off to a 2-0 start, and they play again tomorrow at Hopkinton. Of course, no bias there whatsoever, but Logan Abrams, WACA announcer, is on that middle school baseball team. Moving on, of course, boys tennis, they are 2-3. They won their match Monday against Holliston 4-1. They are at Westwood tomorrow and host Medway on Friday. Meanwhile, the girls tennis team is 1-3. They lost at Holliston Monday 0-5. They hosted Millis earlier today and host Medway tomorrow, then travel to Medway on Friday. Busy week for girls tennis. Boys track and girls track actually are both 1-2. They both lost at Hopkinton yesterday. They don't run again until next Wednesday at Westwood. And finally, last certainly not least, girls softball off to a snake bit start. They are 0-5. They lost to Holliston 16-6 on Monday. They played at Millis earlier today and host Medway on Friday. So back to the action at hand, and we get the whistle and already another stoppage. Now down to 1:20 to go. Looks like Medway's going to start off behind the Ashland net with the ball. Again, the Mustangs up 2-1. Close score kind of belies just how much Medway has dominated this game offensively so far. Ashland being able to convert on one of their few really strong offensive opportunities here in the first. But here's a great opportunity for Medway, and sure enough, they put it in. I guess announcer jinx there, so make it 3-1 as Gavin Shippos scores for Medway with 1:06 to go in the first. First non-captain to score today for Medway. You are watching Ashland High School Boys Varsity Lacrosse on WACA-TV, your exclusive home for Ashland High School sports. I'm Josh Abrams, glad to have you with us on an overcast Wednesday afternoon here in Ashland. Ball still loose off that face-off. Trying to track it down is Connor Martin. Ball still rolling around on the turf. And again, you've got to wonder if the rains that blew through here a little while ago have made that turf just a little bit more slippery than usual. Medway on a late strafing run with less than a minute to go. Pass is too hot to handle, and Linehan beautifully picks that one off. But a quick turnover here by Ashland gives it right back to Medway, as Gavin looked like he was going to make another run for the net, but pulls back instead. Less than 30 seconds to go now. Medway looking, trying to get a shot off back up top to Grant. Looks like a lefty, trying to find an angle, trying to work his way around the defense, not getting able to get a shot, and then he does. Blocked aside by Linehan. It looked like it hit his stick, not even the netting part of that stick. Got the handle, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Medway ball with 4.6 seconds to go here in the first. Medway up 3-1. Medway trying one last chance. That pass gets blocked aside, ball trickling out, and there is the horn to signal the end of the first. So we end up 3-1 here at the end of the first period. So again, your quick scoring summary for Medway: Arnpriester, Shippos, and Sklar. And for the Clockers, the lone goal by sophomore midfielder Nick Boomer. While we have a break in the action, just a reminder, if you're not familiar with them, you should take a look at the Clocker Club, right? The official booster organization for Ashland High School sports. Play a critical role in helping support all teams, all Ashland teams, when there are gaps between what the district can provide and what Ashland sports need to be competitive. If you haven't joined the Clocker Club yet, sign up today at clockerclub.org. Memberships range from $50 to $500 a year. Speaking of the Clocker Club, the annual Clocker Club golf tournament takes place just about a month from now, Thursday, May 16th at Shining Rock Golf Club in Northbridge. This is the first year at this course, but it's always a great event. Register to play, as there are still limited spots available, or be a sponsor. You can learn more by visiting clockerclub.org/golf. Okay, it looks like the teams are going to change sides here for the second period. 12 minutes on the clock, 3-1 on the scoreboard. Griffin Oliveto will take the draw here for the Clockers. He's facing off against Drew McCarthy of the Mustangs. McCarthy had it for a moment, but couldn't field it cleanly, and now the Clockers come away with it. That's Jake Linehan working his way down the near sideline. Good centering pass here to Boomer. Make that, 28, Griffin Oliveto. He's going right in on net. No angle. Shot off the goaltender and in. That's a goal for the Clockers. So Oliveto not getting any pressure as he was able to go right to the net. Make it a 3-2 game with just 22 seconds gone by here in the second period. So a big confidence boost for the Clockers if they're really getting shut down for most of that first period. Coming right out, making a statement, and Oliveto right back at center to take the face-off again against McCarthy. McCarthy successful this time, and Medway will go on the attack. They're working it down the near side. Matt Plant with it. Backs it up, heads behind the net. Getting some pressure here. It's Isaiah Early with the defensive pressure. The shot goes in, but Linehan, equal to the task, comes away with it and makes a nice clean save there. And take his time, take a look around. Dish off to the far side to Liam Fitzsimons. Pass too high for Dinsdale. It's bouncing around, but somehow ends up in the hands of John Marchetti. Marchetti sprinting down the near sideline, kicking it back to Dinsdale. Those two have been playing together for many, many years. So good to see them as seniors now. Across multiple sports, I should add. Nick Boomer now on the far sideline, centering attempt to Dinsdale. Dinsdale walking it toward Jack Grimes. Grimes fresh off a nice hockey season. Dinsdale back with the ball now behind the net. Trying to take a look around. Again, slipping a little bit on that turf. It is wet from those rains that blew through here a little while ago. Centering pass couldn't get it into the stick of, I think, Chase Garcia. There's a collision. Got a hand up by the ref. No call here. Is Medway able to successfully defend that terrific play, I think by number 45, Evan Sklar. And now Medway coming out with it. This is Justin Pollard working his way upfield. He'll dish off to Gavin Shippos. Quick pass there. Shippos still with the ball. Deked me out there a little bit. About 9.5 to go in the second period. Shippos, undeterred, comes right on in and scores off of Linehan. So make it a 4-2 game now as Gavin Shippos with his second goal of the game. Half of the scoring total for Medway. They're up 4-2 with 9:30 to go in the period. So Clockers scored within the first minute of the second period. Medway comes back just a couple minutes later. So it's back up to a 2-goal deficit here for the Clockers. Now down 4-2, and we have the same matchup here at midfield. McCarthy for Medway, Oliveto for the Clockers. They've been pretty evenly matched so far. I think McCarthy has the edge so far in those face-off matchups. Medway with the ball. Centering pass blocked aside, but bounces into the stick, into the net there for Matt Plunt. Clocker's able to make the defensive play, take over. Good pass ahead to Grimes. He has his pass blocked. The ball's loose and picked up now by Medway. This is number 5, Jason Drake. He dishes off, gets it back. No, make that 11. Shot. Linehan with the save. He doesn't know where the ball is. It landed right in the stick of Sean Fraughton. A fortuitous bounce. Linehan out of position, not knowing where that ball went after he made the initial save. And a tough break there for the Clockers. Another quick goal by Medway. They jump out now to a 5-2 lead with 8:52 to go in the half. Okay, familiar matchup here at midfield. Oliveto versus McCarthy. Oliveto comes away with it, splits the defense for a moment, and then pulls back. Dishes quickly to Marchetti. Marchetti forces it up ahead. Not so much of a force, but he got it ahead to Jack Grimes. Now it's behind to Andrew Clay. Clay, again, they're working around the net. I admire the consistency as they continue to go counterclockwise, working it around the net when they do. Oliveto taking a couple of big hits, and that's going to draw a penalty. Play continues. And now it gets stopped as a second flag hits the turf. So the clock stops with 8:18 to go. Both teams making some significant changes out on the field. Personnel. See how the two teams line up here to come out of the timeout caused by the penalty. So again, if you're just joining us, Medway up 5-2 with 8:18 to go in the second period. Penalty was called on Medway, which is what stopped the clock, and going to see how we're going to start off here. Griffin Oliveto looks like he's going to be starting the play from right around the 37-yard line. Okay, so off he goes, passes to Dinsdale, quick shot, way wide short side and out of bounds. It'll stay Clocker ball, and they quickly start back up again. Centering pass again to Oliveto. He's dancing around looking for some help. Quick pass there, too hot to handle for Bryce Pelletier. Get the stoppage, but it'll stay Clocker ball. Clock restarts. Clay behind the net. Here's a pass, another one. Oliveto, sweeping shot, blocked off, bounced off a couple of people on the way, never reached the net. Clocker still have it, a quick shot off to the side. This is Pelletier again, tracking it down. To Clay now. That shot gets blocked aside and out of bounds. They're going to say it's Medway ball. They were closest to it. It was a really surprising turnover, but the Clocker had lost his stick. Here's another turnover. Dinsdale with a shot. Oh, it got deflected and out of bounds. Great opportunity for Alex there. Could not convert. So the clock stops with 7:18 to go. Clocker still down 5-2. Play starts back up again. Pass too far and goes past two different people out of bounds. We get another stoppage. It's going to be Medway ball right by the Medway bench, and they're going to come right out with it. Down the far side. That's Shippus. He's already got 2 goals tonight. He's under heavy pressure behind the net. That's from Liam Fitzsimons. Shippus still looking for some daylight. Now he passes out to the far side. Matt Plant. Plant comes out. He's under heavy pressure from multiple clockers. Now there's a flag. Play continues here on the delay penalty. Medway still looking for that opening. Finally get it out from behind the net. This is Fraughton looking for some help now. Again, this is all on a delay penalty as we're down to about 6:10 to go here in the first half. This ball finally gets knocked aside. We get the stoppage. We'll see where this one gets marked. Okay, so all we know at this point is it's going to be Medway ball. That's where the flag happened. 6:04 is where the clock stopped. And again, Medway up 5-2 here in the first half. Okay, Gavin Shippus is starting off with it. Passes it back to the line here. They're still working it around the perimeter. Quick pass, wheeling and dealing, trying to go in on net. The shot goes wide, but picked up on the rebound by Medway, so they'll continue with this possession. Again, they have certainly held the ball far longer than the Clockers throughout this first half. It's a 3-goal lead right now, 5.5 to go. Some good defense there by the Clockers, but again, that pass goes right to a Medway player. Matt Plant grabbed it, shot it, but Linehan makes the save. And the Clockers will be able to go up on offense now. Okay, so that one goes off to Liam Fitzsimons. Long crossfield pass to Dinsdale. Here comes Dinsdale leading the charge. Passing ahead now to Clay. Shot wide. Good opportunity there for Clay. It's the second time he's had a good opportunity in front of the net, just couldn't find the back of the net. Clocker still with the ball. Clock continues to run. Pelletier now on the near side. Now we get the whistle. Oh, now they're underway. Okay, here we go. So Clay behind the net. To the far side to Boomer. Oliveto, it looks like he just came onto the field. Dinsdale now. Pelletier, they've completed the circuit. Going for round 2 now. Clay, Booker. Now Oliveto, trying to make a run. Shot, wide long side, out of bounds. But Booker was closest to it. It'll stay Clocker ball. 4.5 to go in the first half. Here's Dinsdale, gets past his first man, fires wildly, an underhanded shot out of bounds. And it'll stay Clocker ball. How about that? So Pelletier tracking this one down. 4:25 to go in the first half. Clocker's up, Medway, the Mustangs up 5-2. Play getting some pressure now. Back out front, Dinsdale at the top. Over to Jacob Guerrero. Guerrero fires a hard shot, but wide long side. Still staying Clocker ball. At least they are positioned correctly behind the net, being the closest when it goes out of bounds to continue this, what is easily their longest possession of the night so far. Booker trying to come out front, dishes off to Guerrero. He's got the shot, bouncing goal. Nice play by Jacob Guerrero. So that long possession finally pays off. Make it a 5-3 game now. 4:02 to go in the first half. Your 2 goals here for the Clockers in the second quarter. Griffin Oliveto in the opening minute of play, and now Jacob Guerrero with 4:02 to go in the half. So again, we're going to have that matchup for the face-off here. Griffin Oliveto for the Clockers, and Drew McCarthy, the junior, for Medway. 2 of them been battling all afternoon. Ball is still loose on the turf. It's going to get picked up here by Medway. That's number 8, Jake Chenette. Running right down the middle. See if he can get met up. He does. Blocked aside. Linehan able to freeze that one. Nice job there. So Linehan, a freshman, the only keeper, only goaltender on the Ashland roster for this season. He's going to walk that ball right up here to the football 30-yard line, and now toward the 35 before he gets some pressure. Gets it off to Booker. Booker working the screen. Nice job there. Ben Atherton. Now we get the whistle. This one's going against Booker. It's a tough turnover there. Medway will take over with 3:22 to go. Clockers down 5-3. Medway at midfield now, looking like they're ready to go on a run. This is Arn Priester. He had the first goal of the game for Medway. That pass just eluded number 14, Liam Fitzsimons. Medway still with the ball here. The clock ticks down to about 3 minutes to go in the half. Matt Plante looking to make a move here. Got a nice little screen from one of his teammates. Pass in front. No good. Picked up here by Connor Martin. Martin with the long stick. Just trying to get out of trouble. Dishes off to Linehan, and things will settle down here with 2:40 to go in the first half. Clockers down 5-3. Again, Linehan purposely marching up the field. His pass too hot to handle for Dinsdale, who tracks it down, and now he's sprinting across midfield, and we get the whistle. So another costly, we hope is not a costly turnover by the Clockers, but it will be Medway ball with 2:20 to go and counting. Medway again trying to set up an offensive play here. Justin Pollard going one-on-one, getting some heavy pressure from Dinsdale, misses the check shot right into Charlie Minahan's midsection, able to make the save. Nice play there. Centering right up the middle of the field, and here goes Connor Martin on a run. Tries to dish off, but that pass gets deflected right to a Medway player. And here comes Evan Sklar. Has one of the goals tonight for Medway. Dishes off to one of his teammates. He's almost triple teamed here, able to get rid of the ball. Really hard pressure here from Jack Grimes. Medway with it. And now we get the whistle. It's going to go Ashland way. Long pass down the far sideline. A second one, and here's Booker. They've got numbers if they hurry. Good pass. Oh, he couldn't handle it. Clay off the side of his stick. He just could not make the play there. And now Medway quickly in transition, already at midfield. This is Ryan Applebaum. And now we get another whistle. Looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field called by Medway. So the clock stops with 1:12 to go. Clockers down 5-3. You're watching Ashland High School Boys Varsity Lacrosse on WACA-TV, your exclusive home for Ashland High School sports. So 5-3 here in Ashland. Clockers down late in the first half. The Clockers come in tonight at 2-3, but they've won their last 2 games. Tonight, their first game in 2 weeks. So good chance to recharge, relax, enjoy April school vacation, but back at it here tonight. Meanwhile, Medway 4-2, but their most recent game was a 16-6 loss to Medway on Monday afternoon. So this game could still go either way. Clockers down 2 late here in the first half, but plenty of lacrosse left to be played here in Ashland. Just taking a look at these skies and trying to figure out, again, we did have a good-sized rainstorm blow through here just about an hour before game time, but seeing plenty of blue sky. But a mix of some gray clouds as well. So much like the outcome of this game, the outcome of tonight's weather very much in question. Yep, typical New England. If you're not happy with the weather, wait 5 minutes, right? So again, I want to encourage our live stream audience. Feel free to give us a shout out, say hello, let us know you're watching, where you're watching from. If you've got a relative or a friend playing in tonight's game, whether it's Ashland or Medway, let us know here on the chat on YouTube. Happy to give you a shout out. Looks like play's about ready to resume here on the field. Again, Clockers down 5-3, 1:12 to go in the half. Medway with the ball. Looking to go on a run and a forced turnover. Nice play there. Quickly passing back to Charlie Linehan, the goaltender. So Ashland will reset here. They make some quick substitutions. Pelletier up ahead now to Ben Atherton, down the near sideline, wheeling and dealing. Passing ahead now to 17, John Marchetti. Marchetti has trouble handling that one. The ball's still loose on the turf. Both teams having trouble picking this one up, and it's getting to be a crowd over to the side of the net. Everybody lose track of it for a moment, but Sklar comes out with it for Medway. He is flying down the near sideline with the long stick midi. Leaving it way outside. Man is unattended right at the side of the net. Can't get the shot to go in. Clockers come away with it, but I'm a little trouble handling that one, but finally come clean. Liam Fitzsimons with it to Linehan. Long pass ahead from Linehan, too far to hit Chase Garcia. But Garcia ends up with it now, and he's on a run, unobstructed view, passing back to a man guarded. That was Booker. Tried to force it into Booker. We've got a flag loose on the field now, and there's the stoppage as Medway touches, but the clock runs out to end the first half. So Clockers are going to jog over to the far sideline to huddle up and talk strategy for the second half. We'll take a quick break here on WACA-TV. Again, you're watching Ashland Boys Lacrosse on WACA-TV. Okay, welcome back to second half action. Clockers, Medway, Mustangs on WACA-TV. Boys Lacrosse, second half action just underway with the Clockers down 5-3. But on the attack, Medway breaks something up there, but Booker pounces on it. Clockers continue. This is Dinsdale at the top now. Back and forth to Alex. Thought about it, pulls it back. Grimes with a hard shot way wide and out of bounds, but Clay was closest to it, so Clockers retain possession. Just 30 seconds gone by here in the third quarter. Quickly to Booker. Booker looking for an opening, jogs back. Over to Pelletier, now behind the net. This is Clay. Dancing shot. I don't know how that one didn't go in. Great opportunity for Andrew, but still snake bit here tonight. 3 terrific opportunities for him. Can't connect. And now we get a whistle stoppage as Oliveto took out his man. Clockers chasing this one down, forcing a turnover. Marchetti first one on it. Gets it back to the goalie, Linehan. Linehan quickly to the far side. That's Grimes. Pushing it ahead now to Pelletier. Still on the far sideline, working his way down. Wants to get it behind the net and does to Clay. Clay has Booker open there on the near side. Centering pass to Dinsdale. His feet slip right out from under him. Tough break there for Alex. Ball's loose. Medway also struggling to pick it up, just kicking it ahead, and it's going to be Fitzsimons. First one on it. Finally able to get a hold of this one. And over to Linehan. That looks like a practiced play. Linehan will restart things here for the Clockers. Up ahead to Dinsdale. Clockers turning up the pace here a little bit up tempo here to start the second half. Linehan dancing around. Over to Dinsdale. Clockers again working that counterclockwise action. This time it's Garcia. Garcia, excuse me, Garcia. I just realized. My apologies to Chase and his family for constantly saying Garcia through the first half. So it's Garcia. My apologies. Clock stops with 9:32 to go. Restarts now. Booker to Linehan. Back over to Garcia. Clockers continue to just cycle that ball around. Booker had it for a moment. It's loose in front of the net. And the Medway keeper is able to grab it. Medway finally breaks out. This is Sklar. He had one of the goals for Medway in the first half. He's got the long stick, the midi, heading upfield. Dishes off. That was Shippas. He still has the ball. He had 2 goals in the first half for Medway. Under heavy pressure there from Fitzsimons. Pass is too far and inaccurate. It's going to be Ashland ball here, so good turnover there for the Clockers by Medway. And Marchetti will start things off here for the Clockers. 8:37 to go. Clockers down 5-3. It's just 8:37 to go in the third quarter. Clockers pushing the ball up quickly to the far sideline, way up ahead to Connor Martin. Connor pulls up, gets it back. Looks like he's going to be running off for a sub. Get that long stick off. Grimes into the game now. Ball goes quickly to him. Pelletier behind the net to Clay. To Booker now. Booker trying to make a run off to Linehan. Here's Oliveto. Shot. Looked like it never even reached the net. It got blocked in front. It'll be Clocker ball. The clock stops here momentarily with 7:54 to go. Clockers down 5-3. Ball in play now. Oliveto picks up a double team. Comes back outside. Shot blocked aside. Grimes in the middle of that. Ball still loose, picked up by Medway and sprinting out of the pack and across midfield. But they don't have numbers. And there's going to be a flag as the reach and Linehan got caught. It was a good effort there to forecheck, try to knock the ball out, but that will be called a penalty. And Medway will pick up here at the Clocker 30-yard line. 7:29 to go in the third period. Third quarter, Clockers down 5-3. You're watching Ashland Boys Lacrosse on WACA-TV. I'm Josh Abrams, glad to have you with us here on a quickly cooling Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening up on the plateau. Clockers down 5-3, Medway with the ball right now. Looked like Fitzsimons got a piece of that pass, but Medway retained possession. Quick bounce pass, too hot to handle for Medway. Clocker's trying to come out with it, but Medway grabs hold of it. I'm trying to say that really fast. This one's going out of bounds, and they're going to call it Ashland way. Terrific effort by Ben Atherton to dive and establish closest to it when the ball went out of bounds. So kind of a tough pass out to Linehan, the goaltender. But he's able to handle it, no pressure. Gets it ahead now to Grimes. Grimes sprinting his way up, quickly ahead now to Adam Warnetsky. I think these are his first minutes of the game. To Dinsdale, trying to find an opening. Sprinting around, going to the forehand, shot! Blocked aside, great opportunity for Dinsdale, and the keeper, number 39, even to the task. And I have no 39 on my Medway roster, so your guess is as good as mine as to who that is, not minding the net for the Mustangs tonight. Clock stops at 6:23 in the third quarter. Clockers down 5-3. Clockers with the ball. Linehan will start things off again here for the Clockers. Long pass ahead on the far side. It's like Connor Martin dishing it back now to Atherton. Back to Linehan. They'll reset and try it again. Atherton with a pass up the middle to Booker. He had the first goal of the night here for the Clockers, and he is absorbing some punishment. Runs past a falling defender. Getting the ball ahead here to Dan Turner. Turner under heavy pressure here by Tate Logan, pulls back. Off to the side now, should be Pelletier back there. Here's Clay on the wing. Back out to Gallardo. Here's Turner on the run, wheeling and dealing. Pass back to Gallardo. Okay, Clockers again, just kind of establishing a tempo here. Able to, as long as they're on offense, they're keeping it away from Medway. There's an interesting pass. Shot never quite got all of it. That was Colin Turner with the attempt. Ball still loose here, but now Medway sprinting ahead. They're going to be first one there. That's Sklar racing ahead with that long stick, getting it ahead now to a teammate. That should be Plant. Plant looking for some help, going to throw it back and centering it up. Medway will be able to settle things down here a little bit. Gavin Shippus now. 4:45 and counting here in the third quarter. Clockers down 5-3. Medway working its way around the perimeter here. Plant dishing it off. That's Pillard. Pillard with the shot, bounces it too early out of bounds, but Medway player like Duganek was right there as the ball went out of bounds. So Medway will retain possession and quickly ahead. Trying to make a run is Shippus. He thinks better of it. Arnpriester took his eye off the ball for a moment, but able to retain possession. Long pass right in front of the net, and Linehan read it beautifully. Nice job there by Charlie to break that one up. Not sure if anybody knew if that was a shot or a pass, and but Linehan got out there proactively to break that up, and now it's Clocker ball. Booker picking up a double team right around midfield. Oh, he almost got leveled, and there's going to be a flag. 3:43 and counting, and there's the stoppage. So Booker just taking a fair amount of punishment there, just trying to gain midfield. Okay, Medway making a few changes to its on-field personnel. Clockers will start off with this behind the Medway net. Okay, so here's Pelletier, far side. Quickly back up top now to Dinsdale. Passing across to Booker, behind the net to Clay. This time they're working clockwise around the net. Now Grimes to Dinsdale. Back to Grimes. Back to Dinsdale. Got a real thing going here. Booker now. Quick pass to Clay, right in front, and it fell out of his stick. Great strafing run by Andrew Clay, but could not complete the shot. So, but the Grimes tracks it down. Quickly behind to Clay, couldn't field it. Shot! Oh, and wide short side. Andrew continues to be snake bitten in front of the net as the clock stops. 3:06 to go. Clockers retain possession, so another good long possession here for the Clockers, but they gotta have something to show for it. Quick pass to Booker, shot, score! Beautifully set up, give the assist to Clay. He's been trying all day to get a goal, but he'll happily settle for the assist with Booker picking up his second goal of the game. He had the first one, and now he has the fourth. Just under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Clockers down now 5-4. This game's starting to tighten up as the sun slowly sets on the plateau here in Clocktown. Okay, so Oliveto in his customary position taking the face-off against McCarthy. Okay, McCarthy comes away with it. Still on the ground, but he picks it up. Takes a good shot from Oliveto and another one from John Marchetti. And we get a stoppage. It's going to go Ashland way. So let's see if the Clockers can build off of the momentum of that fourth goal. Here's Oliveto. Guarded heavily here by Fronton. Working his way into the next line of defense for Medway. Grimes fresh onto the field off that substitution for the FOCO. That was for you, Pete Clay. Here's Pelletier trying to find an opening under some pressure. Gets it off to Booker on the forehand shot. Score! Back to back for Booker, and we've got a tied game. So Nick Boomer with the hat trick. 2:19 to go in the third quarter, and we're tied at 5. Pelletier did a great job. We haven't seen him in that position on that side of the net all day, but he found his way over there, drew some attention, got it to Booker. Booker able to get onto the forehand and bury the goal, his third, team's 5th. And it's a brand new ball game with 2:19 to go here in the third quarter. Dinsdale this time taking the face-off. He took a hard shot to the wrist. The ball's loose, but picked up here by Mitty, the long stick. Now Pelletier working under heavy pressure on the far sideline, has it knocked aside again by that long stick. Dinsdale there, and it's starting to get a little physical down there on the field. Both teams exchanging body blows. It's going to be Medway ball here. Tate Logan with the long stick now. Just under 2 minutes to go. Working along the far sideline. We've got a flag on the field back on the near sideline. Turned over here, and there's the whistle. And Tate Logan, in frustration, just took a really hard shot, put it in the net. And I got to tell you, when players do that in basketball or hockey, it is poor etiquette. And the opposing team does not take it well. So we'll see what turns up here. Again, it was already starting to get a little chippy on the field, getting a little more physical here with the last couple of minutes to go in the third quarter. Tie game. Again, for all of the first half and most of the third period, Medway has really dictated pace of play. They've dominated time of possession on offense, but the Clockers have really been maximizing their opportunities. It's even on the scoreboard. Tied at 5. Again, the Clockers come in tonight at 2-3, looking to get to 500 for the first time this season with a win tonight. We're back underway here on the field. Medway with the ball, setting up their offensive perimeter right now. Here's Plant looking for an opening, dishing back. Pollard, quick pass back now to Dugenik. Linehan with the save. Charlie Linehan, again, the freshman. 5 goals might sound like a lot for not even through 3 quarters here, but he has been playing very well in net. Great game today by the freshman. Clockers looking to take the lead here. Final minute 13 to go. Play with under some pressure behind the net, getting it outside to Booker. I've been calling him Booker, I think, all night. It's Boomer. I've been so worried about doing a boom. There goes the Dynamite reference, but I've changed his name. So my apologies to Nick Boomer and his family. We'll try and get it right. Again, first game of the season. I didn't get any preseason on boys lacrosse, so this is my warm-up. 52 seconds to go. 5-5 is your score. Medway with the ball. Arnpriester had it for a moment. It's knocked aside, and Fitzsimons pounced on it, got it to Linehan. Final 35 seconds left on the clock. Hands it off to Jake Linehan. Working it up here. Dinsdale trying to gain midfield. Under some pressure. Stick handling well, making his run. 21 seconds to go. Dinsdale takes a body blow, takes a second one. Gets it off to Oliveto. Grimes. I don't think he knows how much time he has left. 6 seconds. The crowd's urging him on to take a shot. They're going to run out of time. Whistle stops, and there's the horn. We'll see if they put time back on the clock, but I'd have to say that is going to be the end of the third quarter. We're tied at 5. So quick scoring recap here at the end of the first period, the first quarter. Medway had a 3-1 lead. Medway maintained a 2-goal advantage into the first half, into halftime. They were up 5-3. Clockers even it up here in the third quarter, 5-5. And we head into the final 12 minutes of this one, tied at 5 between Medway and Ashland. So again, I want to take a moment here to thank tonight's crew: Jeff Hall, Nick Cunningham, Brady Montesino. These are the guys that are taking care of all the audio and video, giving us a quality broadcast. Certainly appreciate all the work they're doing here tonight. By the way, if you do have any interest in video production or announcing sports coverage, we are always looking for new, fresh talent, any age, any level of experience. All you need is passion and knowledge of sports, and we'll take care of the rest. For more information, please visit us at WACA-TV.com. Also want to remind folks that today's broadcast, today's live stream is presented commercial-free on WACA-TV. But the flip side of that is that if you do have a local business, doesn't have to be Ashland, greater Ashland area, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor of WACA's live streams here on YouTube, we are always looking for sponsors. Again, visit us at WACA-TV.com for more information. So we weren't sure what to make of this. Again, the Clockers come in today on almost a 2-week break since their previous game. Again, enjoying that Ashland School District April school vacation. And they got off to a slow start tonight. They were down, again, 3-1 at the end of the first quarter. Medway was really dictating pace of play, dominating time of possession. But it's been the Clockers fighting back every step of the way, have yet to lead here tonight. But we head into the fourth quarter, the final 12 minutes. It's a 5-5 game, and the Clockers do start with the ball as we get underway. Jack Grimes will lead things off to Dinsdale. Dinsdale, the long shot, never reached the net. Gonna get a whistle here. Looked like number 22, Ryan Applebaum, one of the co-captains, a junior, took the brunt of that Dinsdale shot. So he's getting subbed off. And got a big gathering right here in front of the net. See how they're going to play this one. And I got to tell you, I certainly appreciate a 6 o'clock start time. Makes it easy for me to be able to do these volunteer games. But the sun is not doing us any favors as it's trying to set over the plateau right into our eyes, right into our cameras. Medway comes away with the ball here. 11:35 to go. Up the far sideline and another whistle. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field. Clock stops with 11:36 to go. Just a reminder, folks, the next live stream here on WACA will be this Monday, April 29th, when boys lacrosse, team you're watching right here, right now, takes on the Dedham Marauders. Game time is 5 p.m. So sun will be a little bit higher in the sky for the start of that one. But, we can always root for some cloud cover. Just no rain, no snow, right? I mean, it's getting pretty close to May at this point. I'm done with winter. Anywho, game time's 5 o'clock, and our old friend Brian Syatt be joining me on the call for that one. Promised to be an entertaining broadcast. Can't say we're going to have any influence on the play, on the outcome of the game, but I can promise you an entertaining play-by-play. And of course, one final reminder: if you are a golfer, if you enjoy golf, the Clocker Club annual golf tournament will be taking place at Shining Rock in Northbridge, Thursday, May 16th. Those of you who are friends of the broadcast or friends of mine probably recognize that date. It is my birthday. I won't share exactly how old I'll be on that day, but if you want to join the Clocker Club golf tournament, Be sure to go to clockerclub.org/golf to register today. Just a few slots left for that one. And they also are still looking for some sponsors. If you want to sponsor a hole or sponsor a competition, sponsor the breakfast table. Again, clockerclub.org/golf. So just over 11 minutes to go. Ball's loose here on the near sideline. Kicked aside and picked up now by the Clockers. Oh, ran right into a player, John Marchetti, and somehow isn't the worse for wear on that collision. Clockers had a great opportunity, still trying to fight through. Here's Pelletier now. Back to Marchetti. Behind the net to Clay. Clay throws it way back up top to Grimes. The far sideline. Clock is continuing. People are kind of looking around. A lot of there was a big collision there on the Clocker side of the field. But play has continued. The clock has never stopped. Long pass. Got knocked aside momentarily. Goes out of bounds. Pelletier alertly tracks it down. So it'll stay Clocker ball. 10:26 to go in the game. 5-5 is your score. There is a flag way behind the play that Ashland goaltender Charlie Linehan just picked up. All the way at the far end of the field, opposite from where the ball actually is. He's getting a nice pat on the shoulder from the ref. I'm sure he appreciates Charlie picking that up, saving him some steps. But now back to the right side of the field, behind the Medway net. We're off to the side, at least on the near side. Pelletier starts it off now behind the net to Clay. Clay looking for an open teammate. Throws it to the far side to Booker. To Oliveto, long shot, blocked aside, never reached the net. It's loose and getting kicked toward the back line. Picked up by Dinsdale alertly. Back behind the net to Clay. Clay to Booker, trying to get on the forehand, couldn't do it. Pass goes out to Oliveto, he can't handle it, but he'll track it down. And the Clockers can reset. Exactly 10 minutes to go in the game. To Dinsdale, avoids a couple of checks, pulls it back. Passes to Pelletier, back behind to Clay. Over to Booker, shot! Oh, he reared back and fired the fastball, but wide. It's still Clocker ball. We got a sustained whistle here. Here's another shot by Booker. This one bounces off the goaltender, bounces way high, out of bounds, and great hustle by Andrew Clay to keep possession for the Clockers. I'll tell you what, I see a guy rearing back as far as Boomer has reared back on these last two shots. I wouldn't want to be the goaltender, even with the limited amount of padding these goaltenders have. And now we're going to get a timeout on the field. 9.5 to go. And again, what had been all Mustangs early on in this game, in the second half, and especially here in the fourth quarter, it's now become all Clockers. We're still tied at 5, 9.5 to go. This Clocker team would love to get back to 500 with a win here tonight. Medway sitting at 4-2 coming in today. But again, what had to be a disheartening 10-goal loss to Westwood on Monday. So again, based on records, just based on a lot of things, we were expecting a barn burner here tonight in Clocktown, and these two teams have delivered some terrific lacrosse out here tonight on the plateau. Now I'm really looking forward, we're gonna have back-to-back boys lacrosse games here on WACA-TV. So looking forward to seeing the boys take on the Dedham Marauders, 5 o'clock here on the plateau. Brian Syatt and I will have the call on that one. Okay. Clockers slowly making their way off the timeout. Medway still in the huddle. Okay, when play resumes, Clockers will have possession behind the Medway net. Corey Paddleford starting things off. It's the first time we've said his name here tonight. He's getting some important minutes. Boomer with the ball now. Back to Oliveto. Boomer, not afraid to fire that shot, but pulls it back here, back up top to Grimes. 9:12 to go and counting. Grimes looking to go on a run. Getting forced to the outside, passing behind the net to Paddleford. Over to Boomer. It looks like Andrew Clay is getting his first rest of the night here late in the fourth quarter. Boomer tries to come out in front, instead gets it off to Dinsdale on the far side, back up top to Grimes. Grimes fires, but right at eye level, a huge save by the Medway keeper, and play continues. Clockers did everything right on that play, but at least I know from my hockey experience, getting it up there in the eye line, really easy for a keeper to be able to spot that one and make the save. Getting a whistle here. The clock stops with 8:23 to go. Game tied at 5. Both teams making some substitutions here. Medway will retain possession. Clock is running here. Medway gets up to the center up at the top. There's Arnpriester for a moment. Still with the ball. Nope. He had dished it off. I missed it. Sorry. Shippos has it. Now Arnpriester. Back to Shippos. Pivoting. Breaks through the defense. Gets onto the forehand. Blocked aside by Charlie Linehan. But Medway, first to the rebound, holds on to possession. 7:40 to go now. Shot blocked aside. Charlie Linehan, great effort there. And the refs say as that goes out of bounds, Clockers were closest to it, so they will... Oh, got a change of mind. That backline ref appears to have gotten overruled, and it's going to be Medway ball with 7.5 to go. Behind the Clocker net. Back underway. Fitzsimons trying to put some pressure on the ball carrier. Centering pass. Couldn't be handled. The ball's loose right in the crease. Linehan stops it. Had to hold your breath on that one. And here is Connor Martin with the long stick. Dish it off and get off the sideline to get a substitution. And Dinsdale shot off the post. Unbelievable. Medway comes away with it. It's a dangerous pass and the ball is loose, but Medway able to retain, and they're flying down the far sideline. We get a whistle and a timeout by the Medway bench. Starting to feel like an NBA playoff game. All these timeouts getting called. So with 6:54 to go here on the plateau, Clockers 5, Medway 5, Ashland Boys Lacrosse on WACA-TV. And just checking in quickly here with Clocker Sports Nation, what's going to be coming up for all the various teams. Girls lacrosse played earlier today at Medway, and they probably got caught out in the rain out there. Didn't get a final on that one, but they host Dover Sherborne on Friday. Baseball team off to a 2-4 start, but they played at Millis earlier today. They host Medway on Friday. Boys tennis will host Medway on Friday, while girls tennis travels to Medway. Boys track, girls track are both at Westwood on Wednesday, coming up. And finally, girls softball played at Millis earlier today. They host Medway on Friday. Back to the action at hand. Boys lacrosse clock is back underway here, 6:45 and counting. Medway trying to make a move here behind the net. Got the shot to Plant, and he just beat Linehan shorts alongside. Make it long side. Medway takes the lead 6-5 as Matt Plant, the freshman, picks up his first goal of the day, and Medway regains the lead, I should say, 6-5, 6:37 to go. Clock has been keeping it tight all day, but have yet to lead in this one. They were able to tie it up in the third quarter, had been tied through the first 5.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. They're now down 6-5, 6:37 to go. Oliveto taking the draw here for the Clockers. Pushing it ahead, trying to get a stick out there, runs right into another Medway player. The ball still rolling, still hasn't been picked up as it continues to roll all the way down. Everybody scrambling, kicking it around. Thought the turf would have been drying up by now. It's been a while since the rain blew through here. Now Medway finally comes away with it. They are flying across midfield. Ball's behind the net now. Fitzsimon's putting on heavy pressure, won't let that player come out. Here's Plant again from the same angle. Totally different shot. This time he tried to go high side, high short side. Linehan equal to the task. Off of his stick, off the post, and out of bounds. It's going to stay Medway ball here on the far sideline. Marchetti checks back in here for the Clockers as Shippos starts things off here for Medway, drifting back behind the Clocker net. Fitzsimons again giving him plenty of shoves, won't let him out. Shippos uses the net as a screen, shoots wide. It's going to stay Medway ball, 5:41 to go, still in the Ashland defensive end. Plant starting things off here, met by Fitzsimons. Oh, that one gonna count? It does. Didn't quite catch who got that one. It was just a little bit of, got a little sloppy there in front of the net. Tough break there for Charlie Linehan. 5:34 to go, and now it's a 2-goal deficit. Linehan just visibly upset with himself on letting that one in. 5:34 to go now. Clockers down 7-5. Again, they've been tenacious all day. They've been hanging tough with this Medway team the whole way. It had been a 2-goal deficit through most of the first half. In fact, through all of the first half. It's now back to a 2-goal lead here for Medway in the final 5:34 to go. Oliveto taking the draw here for the Clockers. Trying to force his way forward. McCarthy had it for a moment. The ball's still loose on the ground. Oliveto got pushed off the side. Rams tried to make a play on his belly, but lost possession. And now we get a whistle. We get a stoppage here. 5:23 left. Flag is down at the on the Medway side of the field, right around the 45. Players seem to be dropping back toward that Medway end of the field. So it's going to be Clocker ball here. Oliveto's going to start right there at the 45. 5:23 to go. 7-5, Medway in the lead. Oliveto running right down the middle. Passes it off to Pelletier. Back behind the net to Andrew Clay. Back into the lineup. Clay tried to come right out front. Shot! Did it go in? No goal. They're saying no goal. Off the side of the net, they're going to... They waved that one off. It did go in, but they waved it off. Still not really clear on exactly what happened on that play. But again, Andrew just could not crack a score on that one. Medway with the ball now, and here's a flag that just went flying behind the play as a Medway player just got pushed out of bounds. So 5:04 to go.
Maybe it's that box.
Go, Justin.
I thought your camera was on.
Well, I'll keep doing play-by-play in case this is somehow still happening. Clock is ticking down, just under 5 minutes to go now. Clocker's down 7-5. Medway with the ball. Just working the perimeter now. They've got the 2-goal lead. They can afford to pull back a little bit, but here's a shot right in on Linehan. They may have, again, seen that emotion and thought, you know, that they could take advantage, but Linehan makes the save. Big one there. Linehan, ooh, a dangerous pass there. Misfires to Pelletier, but there's Martin to clean it up. Marchetti looking for an opening. He's on the near sideline. Trying to work the corner. Off to Clay. Clay coming out with it. Can't hit Pelletier with it, and Medway's going to come away with it if they can pick it up off the turf. Just rolling it ahead. Finally got it. And here comes Medway, trying to get on the forehand. Long shot, the long stick and out of bounds. Linehan tried to follow that one out of bounds, but there was already a Medway player, Sean Fraughton, to establish possession. Clock stops with 3:49 to go. 7-5 is the score. Medway on top. Coming right out from behind the net, met there by Paddleford. Linehan has it now. Over to Liam Fitzsimons, who made that defensive play earlier. I missed a number there. 3.5 to go now. Charlie Linehan with a long pass up the middle. Hits Grimes in stride, who then hits, oh, he had Clay and couldn't field it cleanly. The ball's loose. Clay picks it up behind the net, off to the far side. Boomer looking at it on the forehand shot. Wide, out of bounds. It'll be Clocker ball. Pelletier will be the one to bring it out. 3:10 to go now. Pelletier to Clay. Trying to hit Boomer. Clay comes all the way out. Oliveto, excuse me. Dinsdale trying to find an opening. Back to Oliveto, back to Grimes. There's Pelletier again. Clay behind the net. They're working clockwise now. Clay back to Grimes, and now Oliveto looking to make a run, staying on the forehand. Shot! Score! Oliveto, that's number 6 for the Clockers. Second one of the day for Griffin Oliveto, the freshman. Boomer with 3, Oliveto with 2, Gallardo with 1. We're down to the last 2:35 of the game. Clockers down by 1. It's 7-6 now. Dinsdale coming out to take the draw here against McCarthy. He hasn't had many of these face-offs, but he's been successful more often than not for the Clockers. Couldn't come up with it here, and here's McCarthy right up the middle, getting harassed by Martin. Shot goes wide. Linehan making the effort, and it pays off. It's Clocker ball with 2:27 to go. Clockers down by 1. Need to play with a little bit of urgency here. Again, 2:30, 2:20 and counting now. Grimes up ahead to Marchetti. Wheeling around, trying to avoid the double team. Grimes with the ball now. Again, plenty of time to set up for a high-quality shot or multiple high-quality shots. Marchetti runs off the field and comes in. Dinsdale comes in for him. Grimes with the ball as the Clockers reset. Under 2 minutes to go now. Dinsdale picks it up. Pelletier, one-on-one, trying to get the angle. Passes back up top to Dinsdale. He had the shot for just a moment, couldn't fire. Here's Jake Linehan. Again, he's looking to make a strafing run. Here's a shot, got blocked aside, and it got deflected on the way in, out of bounds. It'll stay Clocker ball. Boomer's going to start with it. 1:37 and counting. Passes to Dinsdale. Out to Linehan, guarded heavily, trying to get the angle, trying to cut the corner. There's a shot. Blocked aside, but right onto Clay's stick. Clay coming around the front. Quick pass up top. Dinsdale thinks about it, takes a check. Gets the angle, shot! Bounces right into the net of the goaltender. Makes the save, beautiful play there onto his stick. Medway coming out with it and quickly in transition now, minute 7 to go. Hits his wingman, shot! Looked like Linehan took that off the chest. He's this is Atherton racing for it. The effort pays off. It's Clocker ball, 57.4 seconds to go. Medway up 7-6. Atherton brings it out, passes it off to Linehan. Now they need to play with some significant urgency. Oliveto has it. Medway stacking the line. Oliveto gains midfield. Up ahead to Gallardo. Pelletier, quick pass, centering pass is knocked aside. Medway has it. 33 seconds and counting. Ball is loose. Medway picks it up by the side of their net. It's still loose. Clay with some terrific effort. He gets the loose ball, trying to get out front. There's a whistle. And a timeout called by the Clockers stops the clock with 25.3 seconds to go, as Coach Bill Graham is going to diagram his final play of the day. End-to-end action here in the fourth quarter. We started the fourth quarter, the 5-5 tie. Medway scores 2 unanswered goals to go up 7-5. And then the Clockers eat into the deficit, able to get one back. Nick Boomer scored I think it was Nick Boomer. I'm starting to lose track here. Might have been Oliveto. Really needs some help on the with some statistician. Regardless, Clockers down 7-6, 25.3 seconds to go with the ball on the offensive side of the field. We told you it could be a barn burner, and we have delivered. You are watching Ashland Boys Lacrosse on WACA-TV. So your scoring recap today, Nick Boomer with the hat trick. Griffin Oliveto with 2 goals. Jacob Gallardo with 1. Those are your 6 goals by the Clockers. Unfortunately, Medway has 1 more than that, 7-6. As the teams retake the field, 25.3 seconds to go. Clocker ball on offense. What does Bill Graham have in store for these Medway Mustangs? Boomer starts with it. Up to Linehan, that's Jake Linehan. Out to Dinsdale, who's backed up. He's trying to make a run. He's got an opening forehand. Passes too high for Pelletier, it goes out of bounds. They're gonna say it's Ashland. Oh, thought it was Ashland ball. They're gonna say it's Medway's. Another whistle here. Out of bounds, it'll be Clocker ball now. 8.7 seconds to go. Here's Oliveto. Under pressure. Does he know how much time he has left? He's trying to make a run. Getting forced outside. 1 second. Can't get the shot off. Tried to get it to Grimes, and the clock hits 0. Your final tonight. Medway 7. Clockers 6. So a tough break there for the Clockers. Again, they had the 2-week layoff. They had an opportunity here tonight to get to 500, but they'll drop to 2-4. Medway, meanwhile, improves to 5-2. Both of these teams play next on Friday as the Clockers travel to Dover-Sherborne, while the Medway Mustangs host Holliston. Our next live stream here on WACA is Monday, April 29th, when Boys Lacrosse hosts the Dedham Marauders. Game time, 5 o'clock. Brian Side and I will have the call. On behalf of our crew, Jeff Hall, Nick Cunningham, Brady Montecito, and everybody here at WACA-TV, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Go Clockers!